30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yard is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs. But in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Again, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that. And
that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sione Takitaki from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 7-7, our score after 1. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they get their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, 38 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
The end result, 21 yards.
31.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him.
And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The throw right sideline here is complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. There he goes right side. The 20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick-6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson now to throw. Open man here, Schwartz complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 26 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. After the interception, here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Watson. And now here is another interception.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your...
This is caught inside the 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 3 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 44 yards. And the Browns get a bit closer. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think.
Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a pack. Finna, guaranteed don't move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that, in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason, a.k.a.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets.
Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. To the air right away is Brady.
He completes this to Russell Gage. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on second down. Brady completes it again to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Brady. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Brady going to go on 4th down. This is caught by Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game. This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Brady to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
That opening drive, holding them to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. To try again after the sack. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we
Ball
go.
at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Now Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. He feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. He finds Corey Davis.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And that is incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On first down, Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for it time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He completes it to Evans.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Again, they'll throw with Brady.
inside, taken in by Godwin. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down at 4. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Brady going to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Brady's throw complete to Otten. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. To throw, it's Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So fourth down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
Brady going to go on fourth down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Wilson. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second down at 5.
They go play action with Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he's brought down, giving this one up to about the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. To throw is Brady. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Shotgun now for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Barrios is going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Open man here is Conklin.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, them make a profit. On top. Stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from Kansas City. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Mahomes going to run again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Fighting through it, he's got space. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. And make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
7-7, our score after 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman, for the KC first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
On 2, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 55 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And that's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. It's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Going up top. He's got a man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Mahomes' throw caught by Toney. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles. And then
open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
Bulldozes past him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
it's almost as if they were saying it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play.
First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the 39, Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Flush to his right. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense.
This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. And
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
11 coming. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
To return is Taylor. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Michael Dana.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it?
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Sky Moore.
34 yards.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. To throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman